So it's finally time to do Wonder Woman. You wouldn't believe how long I've tried to find the time to record this video, but finally the day is here. So let's begin, and don't forget, for the links to all the written pattern and anything that I might mention in this video, check the description box below. So we're going to start with this red DK yarn, and we're going to use a 3.5mm hook, and we're going to slip knot onto our hook, and we're going to start with her boots. So we're going to work from the bottom up. So now I'm going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And now I'm going to do 1 single crochet into the second chain from hook, and 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. So that's 1, 2 and 3. And into the last stitch we're going to do 3 single crochet. 1, 2 and 3. So I've now rotated my work, so we're going to be working into the back side of our foundation chain, so the bottom of the stitches we have just made. And we're going to do 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. 1, 2 and 3. And into the last stitch I'm going to do 2 single crochet. 1 and 2. So we now have 12 stitches in the round, and we want to increase to 18 stitches. So in order to do that, in the first stitch we're going to do 2 single crochets. So 2 single crochets both into the same stitch. 1 and 2, and I'm going to do 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. 1, 2 and 3. Now I'm going to do 2 single crochets into each of the next 3 stitches. 1 and 2 into the first stitch. 1 and 2 into the second stitch. 1 and 2 into the third stitch. Now I'm going to do 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. 1, 2 and 3. And into the last 2 stitches of this round I'm going to do 2 single crochet into each stitch. 1 and 2 into the first stitch. 3 and 4 into the last stitch. So we now have 18 stitches in the round. So for our next round we're going to single crochet around with no increases, and we're only going to single crochet into the back loop of each stitch. So every stitch has 2 legs, it has a front and a back leg. We're only going to be going through the back leg of each stitch. So we're going to do 18 single crochets in the back loop only. 1 and 2. 17 and 18. So for our next row, what we want to do is increase from 18 stitches to 14, and we're only going to do the decreases at one side of the foot. So we're not going to do them all the way around equally, but just at the front, and hopefully this will bring the front in as though it were her toes. So to do that, to decrease to 14 stitches, we're going to single crochet into the first 5 stitches. So 1 single crochet into 5 stitches. So that's 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5. And now we're going to single crochet 2 stitches together, and we're going to do that 4 times. So to single crochet 2 stitches together, we're going to insert our hook into the first stitch, yarn over and pull through. We're then going to insert our hook into the second stitch, yarn over and pull through. So we have 3 loops on our hook. Then I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on my hook, and we're going to do that 3 more times. Single crochet 2 together twice, 3 times, and the last single crochet 2 together, 4. And to end this round, we're going to single crochet 5. So 1 single crochet in each of the last 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So for our next row, we want to decrease from 14 stitches to 12. So to do that, we're going to single crochet 1 into each of the first 5 stitches. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then we're going to single crochet 2 stitches together twice. So single crochet 2 together once, and single crochet 2 together twice. And to finish this round, we're going to single crochet 5. So 1 single crochet into each of the next 5 stitches. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okie doke. So that is our foot. And now we're going to do the boot, or the leg of the boot. So now what we're going to do is single crochet around for 10 rows. So we're going to single crochet around and around these 12 stitches 10 times. And when I have done that, I'll meet you back here and show you what to do next. And I'm just coming up to the last couple of stitches from my 10th row. And even if your stitches fall a little bit short, so you might, if you count accurately, you might finish your row about here. But always do a couple of extra stitches to return your starting point to the back of the work. Because at this point we're going to fasten off and change our colour. And we want all our colour changes to be at the back. So I have snipped my red yarn. The red part of our boot is done. Now I'm going to introduce this pink yarn. And this will be for her legs. So to do the colour change, I'm going to do a slip knot onto my hook, and then I can insert my hook into any of the stitches at the back of the boot, yarn over, pull through, so there are 2 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through both loops on my hook. So I have completed the join as though it's a single crochet, and we will count that as our first single crochet. So now I'm going to do, let me think, 5 rounds of single crochet around with our pink colour. So we're going to do 12 single crochets around 5 times. So I'm just doing the last couple of stitches on my 5th round of pink. And then when I return to the back of my work, I can fasten off, cut my yarn and introduce the next colour, which will be navy. So I'm going to do the same method for my colour change. I'm going to do my slip knot onto my hook, join into the yarn, and now I'm going to do 2 rows of blue. Just finishing the last couple of stitches of navy, and then we can join and fasten off. So now we need to stuff this leg. So with your polyfill, you can push all these tails into our leg and it'll save having to weave them in later. And bit by bit I'm going to fill the leg with my stuffing. Okay, now to finish the boot, we just need to add some detail to it. We need to add a white dash line going down the front of the centre of it. So I've cut a large piece of white DK yarn, even though I know we won't need all of this. And I'm going to bring the yarn in from the back of my work at the very, and out at the very front of the toe. And now I'm just going to do a back stitch all the way up at the line to the boot. And once I've finished, I can weave in my ends and trim. So now you need to go away and make another one of these legs exactly the same, but don't fasten off on the second piece, because we're going to keep it attached to our yarn so that we can use that yarn to attach the two legs together. So make a second leg and I'll meet you back here once you have two. With both legs now done, it's time to join them. So this is my second leg and I'm still attached to my yarn. And what I want to do is to single crochet all the way around this leg until I get to the very centre stitch on the opposite side. So it's about 9 single crochets. It might be one more or one less for you, but for me I think it will be 9. So I'm going to single crochet 9, 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And then I'm going to loosely chain 1. I can pick up my second leg then, or the first leg that we made, depends on how you want to look at it. And I'm going to insert my hook into the very centre stitch on the very side of the leg. And I'm going to do 1 single crochet. And that has joined the two legs together. So we've single crocheted 1 stitch into this leg, which means we have 11 stitches remaining. So now I'm going to continue to single crochet around all 11 stitches on the second leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Then I'm going to single crochet into 1/2 of the chain 1 that we made. And now back to the first leg. We've chained 1 from one of the stitches, so what we want to do is single crochet around the remaining 11 stitches, not including the stitch that we chained 1 from. So I'm going to do a further 11 single crochets around this leg also. And then I'm going to do 1 single crochet into the opposite side of the chain that we made, giving us a total of 24 stitches, because we have 11 stitches on each leg, which makes 22. And then we have a chain 1 space in the middle that we single crocheted either side of, so that makes 24 stitches. So at the moment the starting point of my work is at the front of Wonder Woman's body. So I'm going to do a couple of stitches just so I can get into the back of the work. I don't want the start of the round to be at the front because that means that all the colour changes from here on out will take place in the front. So just do a couple of extra single crochets. And we're just moving our starting point of every round. There we go, so now I'm in the back of my work, and from this new starting position I'm now going to do 3 rounds of single crochet around. So I'm going to single crochet around these 24 stitches 3 times. Now that I've finished my 4 rows of single crochet around, I now want to reduce these stitches. I want to reduce them from 24 to 18, and that's so we can give Wonder Woman a little itty bitty waist. So what we need to do is single crochet 2, and then we're going to single crochet 2 together, and we're going to do that 6 times. So single crochet 2, 1 and 2, and then we're going to do a decrease for 3. But from here on out we're going to do a different decrease method. What we're going to do to reduce or decrease these next 2 stitches, we're going to take our hook and go through the front loop only of the first stitch. We're then going to bring our hook straight round and go into the front loop only of the second stitch. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So that will be the decrease method that we use from here on out. So we just decreased for 3. Now we're going to single crochet for 4 and 5. And then we're going to decrease for 6. Single crochet for 7 and 8, decrease for 9, single crochet for 10 and 11, decrease for 12, single crochet for 13 and 14, decrease for 15, single crochet for 16 and 17, and then decrease for 18. And then we can join and fasten off with navy. Move that yarn out of the way. And we're now going to go back to our red coloured yarn. So you can attach in whatever attachment method you want. And then I'm going to do 2 rounds of single crochet in red. So I'm going to single crochet these 18 stitches twice. And after our 2 rows of single crochet around, for the next round we want to increase back to 24 stitches. So to do that we're going to single crochet 2 and then do 2 single crochet into the following stitch, and we're going to do that 6 times. So single crochet 1 and 2, and then do 2 single crochet into the next stitch for 3 and 4, single crochet 5, 6, and increase in the next stitch for 7 and 8, single crochet 9 and 10, increase in the next stitch for 11 and 12, single crochet 13 and 14, increase in the next stitch for 15 and 16, single crochet for 17 and 18, increase in the next stitch for 19 and 20, single crochet for 21 and 22, and increase in the next stitch for 23 and 24. So now we want to do single crochet around again for another 3 rows. So single crochet around these 24 stitches 3 more times.